will be more or less like that. That end will be different.
So ex-Liverpool Street frame.
Yeah, Liverpool Street central line.
Central line.
As it came. Except for Steve for some reason wanted to take him off. It had train describers and things like that.
Oh, on top, yes.
Which as a guy might put back on. That telephone concentrator, which is not part of the story, came from a Bluebell railway. So we had a visit and I had a big one from Dover, which was just what they wanted for Kingscote. These are searchlight signal mechanisms. Westinghouse, I don't know what Westinghouse actually call them, but they're identical to Union switch and signal H2s, which probably says everything.
And you've got all your signals in on the ground outside?
Yeah, all the colour lights.
Yeah.
Mechanical locking is a funny system. Not that different to tap it technically. What it has is each lever drives a bar that goes the length of a frame. What would normally be your lock bars, if you like, on a tappet frame, are the ones that are sort of in line with the levers, which makes it seem odd. It's sort of tappet twisted round. Hamboy's cross lock, apparently. Channel, which is another complication to how you set it out.
Oh, right.
Especially since we've only, well, there's 24 channels, because these frames you always lose a lever, or supposed to lose a lever. There are ways around it, well, probably not on one of these, it's mechanical locking, but some sort of device. So that you don't have to man the box for a straightforward run round.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Local crew work yourself?
Well, not in the box, to have a ground frame outside.
Yeah.
What I'm thinking, and this is only thoughts in my mind at the moment, I've not fully worked it out, is there'll be what we'll call a control lever in best London transport fashion, which will require number 17 point lever mid-stroke.
Yeah.
Which will make the electric locks alive and have been for years. With that mid-stroke, that locks the siding points and everything else really.
Yes.
Pull the control lever and it'll transfer control
to
a ground frame outside. Levers 1 to 10 had disappeared. And we managed to find those. Well, we got the frame from Bethnal Green, which supplied some of them. Two are reputed to be from Newcastle, but I don't believe it, because they've got chrome handles, which was peculiar to London transport, really. Anyway, then time goes on. Somebody pointed out there were some levers looking very like these in Doctor Who's TARDIS. Now, strangely enough, they were the exact right colours. There was 5 of them. They were exact right colours for levers 6 to 10.
Or by the BBC.
Yeah. And Liverpool Street's only a bit further along the central line from White City.
Yeah, in the studios. Oh, blimey.
They really need to get in touch with the BBC and have them back. There's all the London transport description plates, which have been partly covered up. Fairly all westbound and eastbound, which would be my thought as well, because it is the right directions. Most of the track layout.
So that was their original diagram?
Yeah. Yeah. Track circuits are illuminated when clear.
Yes.
Now, this box was put in 1937 in memory, so I've got the information somewhere. And at the time it was put in, the central line terminated at Liverpool Street, and it replaced the box with a smaller frame. And the original sidings are sort of the original bit.
Yeah.
And the points here, which aren't like that, because really these are straight on, and those come off at the sides. There'll be extensions onto Epping places.
Yeah.
It was all part of a big plan to upgrade the Great Eastern Suburban lines which basically involved the underground taking over the Epping line and the LNER upgrading the Chingford and other lines. Now, part of that was re-signalling around Hackney Downs. So I felt it quite rather nice that we could get some of the signals from Hackney Downs and we replaced the searchlight 1934 searchlights. And we'll go outside and have a look. All done on check locks, which is a basic principle of it. It's got illuminated indications, that one's even working. Only red indications for the signal sleezer, which was yellow. Because it's one of the levers that went missing. I believe it was tied up with a lead seal.
Right.
And
So if you break it, you knew.
you break it, but you pulled it. Because there's no automatic time releases on backlocks.
Yes.
And it was how you released it. Other places they had like a Wellwyn winder, which is actually what I was planning to do here because I've got a couple of big SGE ones with loads of contacts. Box in position. Long time ago, and interestingly, there was a set of tubular steel stairs, which I think was an LMS thing.
Yes.
This is Guiseley box in its last day with its panel. The signalman, Mr. Blenkiron, who appears in accident reports for an incident at Calverley and Rodley in the 1950s and was then banished to Beldusk where there was no block working. That's Edgware Road, it's now gone. Hell of a box. And that was a junction where the Circle line goes that way and the line to Hammersmith that way. Parade Street Junction. 4 platforms. 1 man. Originally we had 2 separate ground frames. One was loop points and the other was loop side. There was no control on basically on the trap point coming out the side, and so decided to do something about it. The original plan, it was going to be nice and simple, just do that. But others got their fingers in it and it got more and more complicated. Then we found the ground frame structure wasn't up to working the loop points mechanically. So they went power and we couldn't work out how to connect the rod to this one. So we've now got the odd situation, there's a double-ended set of points, so one end's mechanical and one end's power. And the shunting signal appeared because he ended up with a spare lever, which wasn't on the agenda either. And someday the annex lock fell off. Work these points here. That would be you get root lights. Some of them have gone out. Now set to the siding. Come back if you want to catch them.
Yep.
I'm not going to demonstrate mechanical ones because they're bastards.
Yeah.